What's going on, guys? Wise Grayscale here, and today we are going to be playing Town of Salem again because I just enjoyed doing this last week, and we rolled Psychic. Or sorry, did I say last week? I meant 2 weeks ago. I didn't post last week because I had some personal things going on, but now we are good here, and we rolled Psychic on Covenant Lenny. I'm gonna wait for the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so basically, if you don't know how this works, basically I just kind of do a voiceover after the fact, so I already know how the game plays out. But here I am, I'm just kind of starting up my will. I have the Psychic, Night 1, just letting people know that it's evil. That's kind of what I started doing a while ago when I saw someone doing it. And Day 1 chat is actually very quiet. Someone leaves the game right off the bat. I'm getting the numbers here into my notes just so I can kind of keep track of people's claims and how I'm going to do that. But only 1-2 people talk in Day 1 chat. So here I am just kind of getting everyone's claims out of the notes who've already claimed. So Night 1 is over, we get our psychic results, and we were bitten by a vampire, but hold on, as you can see to the right, there are no vampires alive, so you can just see what's about to happen. So basically, I kind of get those out of there. I had those 2 things in there so you can see like what people claim, but I only actually do that when I'm really psychic. When I'm faking psychic, I decide not to. So that was a mistake from a vampire hunter. So there was the vampire who we can assume bit me. But as we're gonna see, if we come over here, this person was also vampire. They were plundered by a pirate, so there were 2 vampires to begin with, and both of them died Night 1, and I have to live on the legacy of being a vampire. So I don't even know what that says. Oh, they're sidestepping. So I guess if we ever get pirated, we know not to sidestep, assuming that the pirate is doing a similar technique, I guess. I'm not sure. So the werewolf and the spy leave the game, which I think is weird because, you know, those are 2 pretty good roles. But anyway, it's a fairly active town. There's another psychic claim, and someone comes off immediately saying 4 is sus. However, 4 is saying that they are the VH, so why would they be sus? And the other psychic's just posting their role again. So that's kind of contradicting because the sheriffs found them sus, and 4 is the VH, so obviously they're not sus because VH is confirmed. So as you can kind of see, I'm kind of getting claims in here in my notes so I can keep track of them, and I forgot to write down there, but 11 claimed pirate. So 3 is heavily pushing 4 and being like 4 is suspicious, and 3 is saying 4 is suspicious, and 4 is denying, saying I'm confirmed vampire hunter. And I mean, no one's CCing, so obviously, yeah, 4 is vampire hunter. So everyone goes and we start voting up 3 here. I vote up 3. And this is going to be a hard game considering there was supposed to be at day 2 3 vamps alive, which never really happens, and now there's only 1, and that's me, and I'm quite tired while I was recording this, so there was like, I was not playing great. Like, I've played better, I wasn't playing great. So 3 is just screaming that 4 is suspicious, and to get 4, and we need to get 4, and so obviously I'm like, this is probably fake, so I'm gonna guilty. I decide to guilty. I don't know where it says in chat here because it's super blurry. I'm looking at a small like screen in editing, but I don't know where they say it. But 4 says they're gonna inno because they're not wasting a lynch on an X is what they called him, an executioner, which yeah would make sense. But I did guilty, and they did start coming after me here in a second for guilting, asking why, and I'm like, well, because why wouldn't we guilty? It's fake. It's a 1-for-1. So I'm just posting my will, and I actually almost do get voted up here, day 2, and that probably wouldn't have been good, because it would have ended the game right then and there, but, yep, so people are switching to me, and it is scaring me. Is that 5 or is that 3? It's a 3. It was a 4 or 5 at the end there, but something like that, I don't know. But it wasn't a great sign there, particularly, and here I am, okay, I'm making my fake will just for the good. So, I'm putting 4 in my will because 4 is likely confirmed vampire hunter, and I'm also going to put 12 in there because I'm pretty sure, I don't actually know this, but I'm pretty sure Amity shows up as innocent in a psychic will. So, night is over and 2 people died. Let's see what they were. So, the pirate claim died, which immediately is like, why did the pirate claim die? And the Juggernaut killed it, which is like, Juggernaut works so solo. Why would the Juggernaut kill one of, like, someone who could be their ally? And I don't, yeah, so I'm getting ready to post my will there in chat, but again, like, why would the Juggernaut kill someone who's the only, like, who could be their ally? If the pirate had stuck around, I probably would have tried to side with the pirate later on, if needed, to try and, you know, like, get them on my side. And also Mafioso leaves, is that what it was? Mafioso dies, but we can just assume that they were solo, is what one would assume. So a lot of people are actually berating the Juggernaut in chat, which I probably should have joined in on doing, and one does come out and say that they were, that they are medium and talking to the dead and stuff. So 3 is still pushing 4 with this claim, saying that I am innocent, and 4 is suspicious and that we need to get 4 today. So basically what I'm saying here in chat now is both psychics had 12 in their goodwill. So if you don't know the way psychic works is on odd nights you get an evil will, and on good nights or on even nights you get a goodwill. So on evil will or whatever is, it gives you 3 numbers. One of those people is confirmed evil, and 2, or on the even nights it gives you 2 numbers and one of those people is confirmed good. So since both psychics had 12 in their will, it's like, yeah, 12's like, yeah, I'm confirmed good now. And I'm like, well, actually no, because I had 4 and the other one had 10, so it could have been 10 and 4 are both good, or 12 is good. But it's one or the other. It's kind of like a constraint thing. So here we do up 10. I'm not quite sure why we did that, but I voted with it, I think. It's hard, again, it's like so blurry. But we voted with it and they left, so we're going to innocent. We did vote up 10, and I'm telling you this from the future. Whoa, they were Trapper. They were good. So I don't know why we voted them, but, or actually I might be lying to you. That might have been another game, but I'm pretty sure 10 was Trapper. Anyway, so now we're innocenting? We're innowing, and I believe we're gonna vote up 3, probably? I don't really remember how the game goes here. Or maybe we just don't vote up anyone. But I am kind of working with my fake will. I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to put in my 3 evil for tonight, and we're voting up that person. I can't see the number, but we're voting up that person. Yeah. So 3 is still pushing 4, and I am hard defending 4 because here's my thought process here, and 4 is VH. So 4 is Vampire Hunter, and they will kill me if they decide to stake me. So I want 4 to be like, oh, well, you know, is it 6? Yeah, I think I was 6. Well, 6 is good, so why would I stake them? There's other people. I probably should try and stake 3. That would be my thought process if I was Vampire Hunter and someone was pushing me and someone was hard defending me. So, and 3 here is about to come out and be like, no, 6, 3, or 4 is bad. I'm like, 4 is confirmed Vampire Hunter. So 3 is like an obvious executioner at this point. Everyone's like, it's 3 because it has to be, right? So here is another plot twist. We decide to hang 14. I'm not sure who pushed 14, but I'm evil. I'm just going with things. And they are Vampire Hunter. So, Vampire Hunter's not unique, so 4 can still be Vampire Hunter at this point. But they are Vampire Hunter, and in their will, it's saying that they did stake 13 Night 1, which is who the Vampire Hunter staked. So it's looking very much so like 4 is lying and 3 is telling the truth. And so here I am, it's my turn to it's my night to bite someone, because it's every other night when you're Vampire Hunter, and I immediately just decided to go to the medium, because the psychic could be real, but psychic is also a really easy fake claim. Like, it is so easy, and it requires very little effort. As you can see, I'm just picking 3 the most sus people, and I'm putting that in my will, and no one's going to question it, because one of those people is very likely to be evil. But 4 is looking evil. 3 still could be. I don't want to get in the mix of like the 3 and the 4 thing, so I'm going with 1 because medium is an easy thing to fake usually, and this mode doesn't seem to like to read things, so, or this lobby, I mean. So I'm going with 1 because they can easily fake a dead chat or something. So who dies? So 3 dies, right? 3 dies and 10 left. So 3 turns out to be Plague Bearer. And they were killed by the Juggernaut. So Plague Bearer obviously isn't a role that would know 4 is sus or not, but as you can see, that they know 4 is ambusher. So likely what happened was 3 visited a person, the same person that the ambusher visited, and the ambusher went to ambush them, but since Plague Bearer has defense, 3 didn't die and learned the identity of 4. So here I am, I'm getting ready for my will to post, but that's probably what happened, and then 3 was like, oh, well, I need to get 4 out of here, so just fake claim Sheriff, not expecting them to claim Vampire Hunter, and 14 kind of messed up without counter-claiming, CCing, but Yeah, so here we are, we're like, okay, we gotta get 4, right? Because, I mean, Mafia isn't gonna want to get 4. But everyone else should want to get 4 at this point in time, because the sus will go to them if we don't. So basically what's happening here is 4 is saying that they have a confirmed executioner on them, which is 3, who's not confirmed executioner, they're actually confirmed plague bearer. And now they're pushing up 12, because they're saying 12 is the juggernaut. I don't know if that's even come up yet, but yeah, there it is, 12. And I'm asking 8 for roll, and I'm saying 8 or 7 could be juggernaut, because 8 hasn't claimed, and 7... Psychic is an easy fake claim. So, but we do vote up 12, and I'm like, okay, I don't even know if I voted that. I might have. But I did. Yeah, I'm squinting. I think I voted that. I think I was the last vote. It's so hard to see. But, so 7 is saying, you could be Jug. But I'm not. So that's just what I was saying to them. But, so we're voting this. It doesn't have much of a defense, so I'm like, I'm gonna guilty. And you always got to be on the lookout for, like, jesters with these things, but this was, like, pushed up. This was pushed up, and I'm like, there's no defense, but I think I am here. Yeah, I'm getting ready to innocent. Do I innocent on this one? I'm not sure. No, I don't. Oh, I do. So I do change my vote to innocent, because it is jester-ish, but what they are saying here is that someone attacked them, so they knew they had defense, so obviously, like, they knew they were likely, like, juggernaut or arsonist or something, but they were evil. So 4, here I am, I didn't at this point recognize that 4 was the one who pushed them, so 4 pushed them, and there already was called ambusher from the plague bearer, so I'm like, okay, yeah, they're mafia, they were ambusher, and when the mafia died, they turned into mafioso, and then they attacked the 12, the juggernaut, and obviously they were confirmed juggernaut at this point. So here I'm saying, like, 4 is confirmed mafioso. So the person I bit just goes A, and I'm like, okay, B, and they don't like me for biting them. They were medium, but they did not like me for biting them at all. Look up on the wiki what that means if you don't. Town of Salem wiki. So I'm not gonna say it on YouTube, but so they were killed by a member of the mafia. They were killed by 4. So at this point in time, we have 4 who's mafia. I'm vampire. We have 8 who hasn't claimed. And hold on, let me pause the recording. Apologies, I can't see. I had to see the number. So 7 who is psychic. So I'm basically saying 4 is confirmed mafioso because of the PV, and they pushed up the juggernaut. So they're saying vamp majority, which I know is very not wrong or not true because we're the only vampire. But now they're asking me for my will, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to post my will. But luckily, I did make one the night before. So I'm like, we gotta kill 4 here. That's my thought processing. And at this point in time, I'm really thinking that 7 is actually Psy. So I will probably try to bite them tonight because 7 has to be Psy, and 8 hasn't claimed. And now is this? Yeah. So it says, 6 is vamp or something. I'll stake 6 tonight, which they're still trying to pull off this vampire hunter thing, and at this point we know they're not vampire hunter. We know for a fact they are not vampire hunter. So I want to kill 4. 2 votes on me. And yeah. So like I said, 2 votes on me, 2 votes on 4. All I want to do at this point is live, because I pretty much think that 7 is confirmed psychic. So if I can just get a bite off on them tonight, because I know 4 is likely going to kill me, because I'm being super strong and pushing them. So 4 is going to kill me tonight. So if I can just get a bite off on 7 and just hope that 7 can pull out the win, that's kind of what I was going with here. So immediately I'm like 7. And I know for a fact I'm going to fight 7, but there's 2 vampire hunters left in the game, and I don't really know what my thought process was there, but I wanted them to like think I was contemplating 8 or something, I don't know. But I switched to 8 and almost immediately back to 7, because 8 hasn't claimed, so 8 can literally be anything in the world. 4 is mafioso, and 7 is 99, I'm 99% sure 7 is psychic at this point. So, yeah. So we were able to get the fight off on 7, and they were most likely psychic, probably, they're psychic, and nobody dies, which confuses me, because did Mafia just not attack? Like, that's kind of whatever. So I'm like, we have to get 4. Like, that's it. We have to get 4. And 4 is just saying I staked 6. They're not vampires, so it's probably 7 or 9 or 7 or 8 or whatever. And 7 posts their will, whatever. Or maybe that was me. No, that was 7. 7 posts their will, and they're just like they're like whatever. We need to get 4. That's what I'm saying. But what gets me is 4 casually said 8 claimed arsonist to me, and is still like focused on me. I'm like, why are we not getting the arsonist? And I'm like, there's no way 8 is arsonist, right? 8 can't be arsonist. They would have ignited by now, or they have all of us doused. But I'm like, whatever, let's vote up 8, because they're not claiming. So let's just vote up 8, see what they have to say. And now they're saying 8 is vamp, so they're saying 8 is arsonist, 8 is vamp. 4 doesn't know what to do here, because there's, 2 vampire hunters, a mafioso, and likely just an AFK town. But what surprises me is 8 actually just comes out and says, I'm arsonist. And 7 is just whispering 4 over and over and over again. And 4 is like not whispering back. Well, now they are. But basically what I'm saying to 7 is that we need to innocent this. Because here's my thought process. This is arsonist. Or just something in general. But my thought process was, this dies, okay, and then we have a mafioso and 2 vampires. We can't bite that night, so the mafia kills one of our vampires, and then it's a mafia versus vampire, and they kill each other on the same night, and it's a draw. So I'm like, we have to innocent this, and we have to vote up 4. But obviously, what didn't cross my mind at the time was 8 isn't going to vote up 4. He's not, because I don't know if he said it yet, but he did say that 4 is the only one doused. So why would they vote up 4? So I'm like, you know what? Okay, this is arsonist. They could be lying about the only one being doused. We're just gonna get the arsonist. So I do change my vote to the arsonist, and we're like, okay, let's just guilty this, and we're gonna get the draw, because we can't bank on the fact that 8 only has 4 doused. Hypothetically, if 8 only had 4 doused, then it would have gone out like this. Nobody got voted, because 8 wouldn't have voted 4. Nobody got voted, 8 ignited, 4 killed one of the vampires, and it would have been a vampire arsonist, and it would have been an arsonist win in the end. Or 4 didn't kill anyone, and 8 ignited, and it would be 2 vampires and an arsonist, and we would vote up the arsonist. Either way, it was going to be a draw or a arsonist win. So I'm like, okay, let's kill the arsonist, but there's really, like, by some blind luck, maybe we're unable to get like the vampire win, or we're able to get the vampire win, but it's going to be a draw. Sorry, that sounded off. I was getting a call. Anyway, so we hang the arsonist, who I don't even know if really is arsonist, but we just it was arsonist. And here I am. I'm about to type out a message to my fellow vampire, because it's a draw. It's over. That's it. I go, we shouldn't have voted that. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. It was going to be a draw or an arsonist win, but, I mean, whatever. It's a draw. So, it's the end of the night here, and we don't die, which means obviously our vampire counterpart does die here. And, again, obviously they were vampire, as you can see here. So, it's going to be a draw. We're with a mafioso and a vampire. It's going to be a draw. So, 4's just being weird in chat. I'm just saying the obligatory draw in chat, and they're like, oh, you're bit. I'm like, yeah, dude, I was bit night 1. I was bit night 1, and I was actually psychic. If I wasn't psychic, I probably would have changed my claim to something else, maybe like doctor, or maybe even psychic. Who knows? But psychic, I'm just gonna stick with it, because I did have accurate results for night 1 already. So, basically, they're like, whatever. They're just kind of talking about it. So they're like, there are more vamps than moth, I'll leave. And I'm just trying to think of like, what? Okay, whatever. I'll try to think of something funny to say. But it's like, you guys get more wins. It's like the trolley problem. If you've never heard of the trolley problem, look it up. And I'm like, whatever. But then they actually leave. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna leave, haha, funny, you deserve the win, whatever. Maybe not deserve, but you got the win, whatever. You got the draw. They actually left. They actually left the game. So if you don't know what the trolley problem is, it's basically like, there's a couple different versions of it, but it's like a train, or the trolley is on a track to go run over like one young person or 5 old people. Which one do you choose? Or something like that. So I can't bite anyone, I can't do anything tonight, whatever. But there's something like that. There's a bunch of different versions of the trolley problem. Just look it up, it's interesting. But there's nothing I could do tonight, so I'm going to skip forward today. So obviously 4 dies, and you know what? Respect for. Literal legend. You are an absolute legend, my friend. Thank you for that. 7 shouldn't have left. Vampires win. A lot of people win. They were mafioso. I don't know why I'm checking. I know that they were mafioso. But actual legend for, I'm saying here in chat, long live for, whatever. Like, that, like, I didn't deserve that win. That was a draw, but we did win, and I would say I carried. Possibly. I mean, I did a pretty good job. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.